Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it will be the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Broncos take over first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The play fake. Here's Stidham. And he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he'll be taken defending number 3 gets into enemy territory.
Broncos with a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
There's Stidham. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Brings up
found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Stidham. Side complete. That's Franklin.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. Catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets him for 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that going against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Touchdown, Broncos! A 7-yard touchdown drive. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, there was something having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory is a little too long there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And good starting field position. They'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line. I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
May now off the bootleg. And the swing out wide here for Henderson. And he'll get him nothing out of Henderson. So he stopped for no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the pass complete. Here's Bunte with it. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave me underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down at their own 21-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian.
Free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a gain of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. To throw is Stidham. As Paul's man in stride to play. And he will have the Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They go play action now. Stidham. Now they'll take this and run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's still. Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting wrapped backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up
Defensively,
3rd down
we always
and
know
11.
that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Carl's target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, "Che's not going to be enough. You better get some help there trying to cover me." He knows how to get open downfield.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They'll go again with Dallas. Stays on his feet. They'll give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was, and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. Third and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, hits Harden. And he's in that there at the scrimmage. Might have got the yard down to the 16-yard line. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they're throwing with Still. And taken back to the 20 line. Kayvon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
Third down and
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Stidham. So the Patriots going to use one of timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Lutz for the field goal try.
For the field goal.
This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So back on the field come the Pats for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A little do-it-yourself run right there. And a nice game.
That was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll throw with May. That is incomplete.
Congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, May with it. He finds Dallas complete. And he will have the Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
It's a gain of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half. And the Broncos get there and take them down. The Patriots Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's May. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout.
Third down
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This now a 3rd and 4. The tight end Henry here in motion. From the gun on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
What I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Bryce Berringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
To the air, May. Incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. Gets this complete to Buto. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away. It falls down incomplete. So we hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. And it's a presentation of EA Sports. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. They juked him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
And it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he's going to be scooped up right at the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on a first down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here's May. He's taken in. That was big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Patriots
pick up there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards.
A lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing here is May. Back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
May's pass.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch.
40-yard
But at
line.
least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to throw again. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They go play action with May. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Another
23 yards on the play.
First and 10
It's
at
taking
the
a lot for this
11-yard
offense to
line.
get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw again. Good throw here, that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. On the counter, it's Henderson. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On 4th down, it comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold on. Let's get the ball back for us.
And able to get this out to the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They run straight ahead behind him. Only a couple there as he runs at 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Here's Stidham to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jones on the return. A very nice punt that time. They get 11 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they will bring up second down.
To pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's May. His throws incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive coordinators.
And he will have the Patriots first down as he will mark down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the Patriots.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, he'll drop the throw. Short pass caught by Henry's pass. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The tight end Henry here in motion. They go play action now. May. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been, They didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go.
26-yard line.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. Just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts.
That's good.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action now. Stidham. He's going to step up and run. They'll get it out to midfield. Looks like it's right in midfield at the 50.
A 6-yard.
The Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second down and 4. They go play action with Stidham. And just not enough on the throw there. Down to his feet and incomplete.
Intended for
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? Third and 4. And that's incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got third and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them. Unable to do so on that play.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The drive begins with a run by Henderson.
From the lineman to the guy running with it. That was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now second and 4. They'll throw with May. Pass complete. He's booted over. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there. As that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw inside, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. But now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10.
Some pressure was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
8-yard line.
Here comes second down at 5.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. That's Henderson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Patriots.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They can't make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Broncos 10.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard
So the Broncos
line.
now down by a field goal, a little over 40 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Stidham. Into the hands of Ingram. And the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 20.
As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half
down.
number 2.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Stidham. It's Ingram for another drive. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts
on the play.
as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Stidham to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout.
4 yards on the pass.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football
at the
game.
Patriots' 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing now is Stidham. He will find his man Sutton. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's another.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Stidham. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Incomplete on the
And
jump
not a
ball.
common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback though for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of the play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute, as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They're going to throw. May. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing here is May. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And a penalty flag comes in as Henry winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not